And we're just going to do a short chakra meditation. So place your hands in Venus lock. So I have the left hand over the right towards my reproductive organ, and I have the left thumb touching the right thumb's fleshy mound if I'm a woman, and opposite for man. And I just close your eyes, listen to my voice, and become very sensitive, receptive, available, and generous with yourself. Feel the nourishment of your practice. Feel very grounded. Feel the alignment. Feel what is above you, the cosmos, the Sachic record, the white sun. And feel what is deep below you in the earth, which is the holy waters, the holy grail, the holy spring. And feel both energies pulling into the heart. So what is above you is descending into the heart. What is below you is ascending into the heart. And your heart is the great sun, the great center point in which everything begins to emerge in communion like a dance, right? You're the great hearth. The heart is the great hearth where everyone comes together to share, to be nourished, to receive, to give, and to find the harmony. So go down, your closed eyes, go down the spine, roll the eyes back and down the spine all the way to the reproductive organ. Feel the reproductive organ, feel the baseline frequency, the foundation, right? The hips, the legs are your foundation, right? We cannot move without these hips or these legs. They're our foundation. See, the first building block, the root chakra. Your roots, you need roots. A plant cannot grow without roots. It is necessity. It is necessity for you to have roots, ancestors, generations, lineage. It is necessity. And see the self-esteem. The more grounded, the more rooted you are in the holy waters of the deep earth, the more nourished you are by the minerals in the water of the holy spring, deep in the earth. The more connected you feel to the earth, the deeper earth, the more stable you feel. You feel better at ease, you feel more stable. With the legs of a horse, you feel a lot more capable of the long run. The long run. And go up to the navel. The navel, see it like the umbilical cord, the belly button, the umbilical cord that extends out to the mother frequency. See the navel is connected to the second building block. You have the hips, the thighs, the horse's legs. Now you have the navel, which is the engine. We turn on the pilot light. Now we're starting to warm the body up, starting to connect with the engine, turning the engine. See the navel as the engineer, the life force, right? The engineer is the life force, the backbone to the engine. So think it as the engine, right? You're the engineer, able to repair, right? Repair. The umbilical cord gives the proper distribution, the proper circulation, the proper amount of nutrition into the different areas of the self, so that the life force is steady, right? The life force is not sporadic and up and down. The life force is steadiness, so that the horse's legs can run and have the engineering, right? Have the well-balanced nutrition of the system to keep going, right? The system works with the system. So see the life force, and then move up to the third building block, right? Getting into this solar plexus. See it here near the diaphragm. See it here in the diaphragm energy. We talk about the solar plexus, the vitality. The diaphragm is about the soul body. So see the solar plexus as you gain vitality from soul. Your soul gives you vitality. So see that vitality of the diaphragm, the space for the prana to be held. Prana, the pranic body, is the soul, right? When we leave, die, the pranic body, the soul body, merging into the subtle body to leave, or coming in. The spirit baby comes in through the subtle body. It comes into the pranic body, anchors into the pranic body, taking its first breath, right? Out of the womb, very much, or in the womb, learning how to breathe in water. And then it connects to the soul. It begins its first processes of downloading the soul of the particular baby's consciousness into the fetus, through connecting that soul to the diaphragm, which is the pranic body. So see the vitality. You're very vital. You glow with marigold light, right? The yellow light, like a sunflower, with the soul, the positive affirmation of the soul. Now move to the fourth building block. As you're starting to grow and evolve and develop yourself as a human being, you get into the heart. The heart is the biggest chakra. It is the biggest energy. It's like the great hub. When we think of ancient Egypt as the great hub, right? We think of the heart as the millions of incarnations orbit around the heart. Think of the heart as the frequency of destiny, right? We have the baseline frequency of the ancestors, the lineage, our roots, right? The wisdom of our backbone. We also have the frequency of destiny, which is the heart. The heart's ability to self-soothe and self-correct. And see that ability, see the frequency of destiny, right? The greatest achievement is to learn and master your ability to self-soothe and self-correct, so that every obstacle and challenge, whatever it may be, you know how to adjust the axis, the orbit of you, so that you never create major mistakes that could be detrimental to the equilibrium of you, right? Like a planet that changes its axis overnight. The catastrophe, right? Flooding, maybe volcanic eruptions, these kinds of things. Knowing your limits is the heart. Knowing what your intention is. And having a direction, a magnetic connection, right? To pull the moon, to pull the earth, to pull things together and apart, is your ability to self-soothe and self-correct, to demagnetize fears and to magnetize in positivity towards intentions. Now move up to the fifth building block, into the throat, right? We talk about the throat. We see it as the etheric blue. See it as a gas stove blue. See it as that vortex, that portal that leads to multi-dimensional realities. It's the voice is multi-talented. The throat is multi-dimensional. It connects you to the stellar medium, right? The medium, like mediumship, the stellar mediumship. See the voice as the mediumship, right? So expressions of time, expressions of space. And see that as your ability to imagine, to decide, to trust. I'm going to go up to the 6th building block, right? You're getting height. You're getting fully more developed in your consciousness in the many frequencies that are threaded into you. So the 6, see the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye, see that as the vision, the projection, the psychic heat that helps you to shed weights, pounds, energies. And just see that as your great achievement, right? Your great instinct, intuition, discernment. See that as the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, the connection to the Akashic record, your incarnational purpose, lesson, strive, and intention. See that as this lavender, like lavender milk that you bathe in to feel united, feel the unification with your tribe. It's where your tribe is. In the 3rd eye, that's where you meet your tribe in a state of imagination, in a state of being humble and grateful. And then move to the head, the top of the head, the soft spot of the top of the head, and see that as the shimmering gold. Talk about the 7th building block, right? To the height. That is where we have our kingdom, our queendom. That is where we have the entryway and exit point of change and revolution and transformation and evolution. And that is the point that gives anchors into the 1st chakra, giving us the download, the transmission from God that is above us and so is below us, giving us the ascending and descending qualities of the universe so that we can really experience the sacred geometry of the physical, spiritual. And then see the soft spot of the head going down the spine to the perineum, down into the earth, down deep, a tunnel going down to the earth to the holy spring. And see you carrying that holy water up the tunnel of the earth, back up the perineum, up the spine, up the top of the head, up above the top of the head, and then let go of the bucket of water and splash it over you, as though there's a bucket of water dropping water on top of your head. You're drenched in this spring water. And then see the energy coming in front of you, right in front of your heart, 10 feet in front of your heart. See it going clockwise. See it in the back of the heart, 10 feet in the back of the heart. See it clockwise, going back to the front of the heart. Now see it the front of the heart, 10 feet, going counterclockwise. See it to the left shoulder, 10 feet, across from the left shoulder. See it behind you, behind the heart, 10 feet. And see it rotating counterclockwise to the right shoulder, 10 feet across. And see it back to the heart, 10 feet out from the heart. And then see it going into the heart, down into the navel, and then shoot it back up from the navel, the life force, shoot it up from the navel to the third eye. And then feel it dispersing the energy into your spherical intelligence, that is the aura, the personality, the character, the identity, and the creativity that is your total house. Your total house from the top to the bottom, to the windows, to the walls, the ceilings, the rooms, the chambers, and seeing the house that is you. Feeling the house that is you. Feeling the spaceship that is you. Feeling grounded in the homestead, in the renovation of you. Inhale, exhale. Bring the hands together. We're going to close out with one long Sat and short Nam. Inhale. Sat, Nam. You can bow to yourself in your practice. And that particular meditation is a Sirius meditation, and Sirius system, right, in the cosmos is very much about sacred geometry and very much about mapping out your soul's incarnation, mapping out your destiny. It is about using connections, right, your soul tribe, to potentiate you into a greater well-roundedness, right, a character development, and really having a strong lineage, having a strong bloodline. That ancient Egypt was basically about Sirius. They're all about Sirius because ancient Egypt was all about a bloodline. They had a very, very, very precise bloodline, right, to a T, lineage to a T, all about bloodline, all about lineage, all about the Sachic record, which is the knowledge, to being able to sort of the knowledge of the universe, and having that, right, in a meditative space, in a sort of transcendental experience or imaginative experience, right, and expressing that through creativity and their spirituality and theology, and also map making. They love to make maps through sacred stone hedges or stone formations that they would do a lot, right, where the positioning of their temples, positioning of their structures and statues were all in this sort of cosmic map, where that map would reveal to them planetary progressions. It would cosmic progressions with like Pleiades and the Sirius star and the planets in our solar system, and how those particular orbits and those particular arrangements would create these ages and eras. Like we're talking about Mayan calendar type of expanded understanding of time and space, and how it's mapped out in a particular way for humans to have a particular experience, either that be an age of Leo, which is integrity, an age of Scorpio, which is about being the soul, right, and the expression and the sort of transforming that. Either it's an age of Aquarius, right, which is about having the intelligence and the development of that. It's all sort of mapped out. So they were great professors, mediums, psychics, all these type of engineers, right? They were geometric engineers, and they would use the practice of their own meditative space to kind of get in touch with their own geometric house, so that they could have a better understanding of what is going on in the bigger world, right, in the cosmic world, because what's going on in the physical, the human body, is exactly what's going on in the physical. So whatever you're feeling in your house, whatever is being changed, whatever's moving, is basically a mirror to actually bigger events that are happening in the physical, cosmic. So the more that you understand the geometric sort of recalibration and the movement, tracking the movement even of your menstrual cycle, the moon cycle, right, and how your physical body sort of shifts, you're actually tapping into macro sort of shifts, right? Because what is the within is the same as what is without, right? And that's a basic sort of, or sort of teaching, right? Is what is within is without, right? So understanding that is through getting in touch with your household mandala, becoming very aware, attentive, vigilant to what is going on within, so you can have a better understanding. Okay, the expansion that's actually pulling on your energy to pull you, potentiate you into a particular era or age, for you as a physical being, as a human species, to be able to be better adapted, and to we have to change with the changes, right? And if we don't, we get resistant, we get sort of stoic, and then stuck, and then stubborn, and then painful, right? It's painful to be stiff and tight over a period of time, right? And that gets agitated, and then we have wars, and then we have revolutions that get very bloody because we're just so stiff and tight and tense in an age or an era that is long past gone. It's time to move on. So the more that we're moving on, the more we're going to feel more excellent, instead of like stoic, stuck, and kind of tight and then agitated. We're going to feel more excellent in the movement, in the trust in the movement, in the ability to actually have a manifestational sort of quality of being able to actually be responsible, know how to move with the changes, rather than just up in the air, free for all, and have no idea. Right? It makes a civilization a lot more excellent, a lot more futurist, a lot more responsible, a lot more practical, and a lot more creatively on time, and in a sort of serendipity, divine timing type of order, rather than just leaving it up to the powers that were, and just having no idea what you're doing and what's going on, and that type of thing. So thank you, and namaste.